for both of us. Last fiscal year, UAE was the highest investor to Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am confident the diversity and depth of our relation will continue to raise and witness, bringing tangible outcome and mutual benefit for our two people. In closing, I would like to conclude wishing the continued happiness and well-being of the friendly people of Bangladesh. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you very much indeed, His Excellency, Mr. Saed Mohammed ALMheiri, Honorable Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your very meaningful speech. Because we know UAE and Bangladesh were enjoying a very wonderful friendly relations with the countries. And the other day, I have talked with His Excellencies, and he has a keen interest about Bangladesh. He said, we can do lots of things between these countries, especially the tourism sector development, because Bangladesh has got an amazing sea beach, the largest sea beach in the world, Cox's Bazar. So His Excellency, the other day, he told me that we can do huge cooperation to your country, and we do not want anything back, just we want to help you. Thank you, Your Excellency, thank you for your kind words. Thank you. Now may I call upon my another good friend, Her Excellency, Ambassador of Norway. She is also she loves Bangladesh very much. Your Excellency, please deliver your speech.
So, Honorable Minister, State Minister, Vice Chancellor, Ambassador, distinguished guests, dear students, and I'd first like to thank Bangladesh, Better Bangladesh Foundation for inviting me to come here and talk to you today. It's always a pleasure to attend audiences with so many young students and to see the energy and the interest that young people take in development of your countries, or your country. We are facing tremendous challenges in today's world, such as increasing social and economic inequality, unemployment, environmental degradation, climate change, and social instability. Today's topic then is, of course, very, very important about linking the Sustainable Development Goals to innovation. And that is even more important when the audience is such a young and engaged audience. The Norwegian government recognizes and values the vital role young people play as partners in development. About 2 billion young people in the world today. They make up a quarter of the world's population. And most of those young people live in developing countries, and we have heard that 40 to 50 million people live here in Bangladesh. And the energy and enthusiasm and innovation of this large, huge generation that you are part of can bring a huge demographic dividend to countries and to our world. You, as the younger generation, is our future and an important resource for all of us. We are dependent, all of us, on committed young people who want to lead, want to contribute, and to take part in shaping the world in the future. Therefore, young people's needs and experiences must be recognized, and your right to health, education, and participation protected at every level. And young people need access to education, to jobs, and to leadership opportunities. To get dividend, one has to invest. And for youth, that means investments in education and in skills training, sexual and reproductive health services, availability of credit, and in all other services which widen your opportunities. The Norwegian government is working with the global community to tackle the challenges of that young people face, both in Norway and abroad. In that, we have a strong focus on democratic participation and on the rights of people, and in particular of the young people. Here in Bangladesh, we have seen a huge political involvement of the young people, the students, And I would encourage you to continue your political engagement. That's important to form the future of your country. I will encourage you to continue your peaceful demonstrations and also to exercise your rights to freedom of speech and to say your meanings loudly in a peaceful manner. I would also like to highlight the importance of gender equality and women's rights. Participation, I'm pleased to see then also that there are a number of women here. I hear that about a third of the students in this university are women, and that you also are working in or studying in sectors that traditionally are regarded as male sectors within science and also in the textile sector. So I would encourage you also to not only study, but use your skills when you finish. It's important not only to have the knowledge, but to be able to use it and to have influence and to look for opportunities in the labor market, to look for opportunities also being innovative and looking into startups. There is no reason why women should be more sort of timid than men. Also participation in civil society organizations, in skills development programs or in incubators is a good way to gain a stronger voice and more influence in society. Frequently we see that women who have been active in such activities become important agents of change for your society. The growing population of young people across the globe also calls for creation of millions of jobs, as we have heard here also earlier today. Finding jobs for a large number of young people who will be entering the workforce in the coming years is one of our greatest challenges. We need to work together on that, on innovation, on startups, but also on increasing trade and increasing global cooperation. In developing countries, more than 2/3 of all jobs now originate in micro, small and medium-sized enterprises. Through entrepreneurship, harnessing the energy and innovation of the youth, there's an opportunity to lift the quantity and quality of jobs and to generate inclusive and sustainable growth to contribute to achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Entrepreneurs can change the way we live and work. If successful, your innovations may improve your standard of living in addition to creating wealth from your entrepreneurial ventures. You also create jobs and the conditions for a prosperous society. And we have heard here today the importance of digital Bangladesh, how this government is facilitating and putting emphasis on new and modern technology, utilizing the innovative role and skills of the young people. Today, we are seeing young people from across the globe demand greater say both in governance and economic life. The engagement and participation of youth has a proven track record of positive force of change, and including the future generations in policy decisions is essential for the drive of sustainable development. And this is not only about earning money, but it's also about contributing to the sustainable society. Your curiosity, creativity, energy and enthusiasm, and also your willingness to share knowledge and experience with each other are at the heart of this. Politicians, established businesses, bureaucrats can facilitate and stimulate young entrepreneurs. However, you are the driving force behind the change. Our future is dependent on the innovation and entrepreneurship of our future generations. So I hope that this forum will inspire you and give you new ideas and tools that you can take with you. I wish you every success in your role as agents of change for a better world, for a better Bangladesh. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency, for your wonderful speech. Now, our Honorable State Minister and the special guest of the event and main keynote speaker. He has a very, very important program, which he detailed me, because for the women around entrepreneurs, he has to attend a very important program, nationally very important program. So he begged excuse from chairperson and from chief guest, honorable chief guest, Mr. Hasanul-Haq Inu. Mr. Hasanul-Haq Inu, he is always a very, very good speaker. We must hear from sir, and of course the chairperson of this university, Primeasia University. We will hear. Before that, I would like to distribute the crest. Mr. Hasanapol. Now we distribute the crest, and this is, here, outstanding contribution in the field of ICT, youngest, most successful Minister of Bangladesh, Mr. Mohammed MP, Honorable State Minister for his country.
Ladies and gentlemen, crest has been presented to our special guest, Mr. Junaid Ahmed Pollock, MP, Honorable State Minister for ICT. For enormous contribution in ICT, ladies and gentlemen, a very big hand.
Now, may I call upon very special guest and Chairperson of the Board of Trustees, Primeasia University, Mr. ALMheiri. Mr. ALMheiri has made a very big difference in entrepreneurship. You must know, he's a leading entrepreneur in the country, leading industrialist of the country. He's the chairman of Prime Bank, and so many, business entrepreneurship he has got. So we are truly privileged to invite Mr. ALMheiri, who will deliver his speech especially.
Mr. ALMheiri, founder and chairman, Board of Trustees, Primeasia University.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. Hasanullah MP, Minister of Information, Honorable State Minister Mr. Junaid Ahmed Pollock, Information and Communication Technology Division, Minister of Post Telecommunication and Information Technology. His Excellency, Ambassador of Royal Norway Embassy in Bangladesh, His Excellency, Ambassador of the United Arab Emirates Embassy in Bangladesh, His Excellency, Ambassador of the Deputy High Commissioner of the Australian High Commission in Bangladesh, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Primeasia University, Dr. Abdul Hanan Chaudhary. Distinguished guests, faculty members, journalists from print and electronic media, students, officers, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, very good morning and happy World Television Day. I'm really happy that Primeasia University and Better Bangladesh Foundation have organized Youth Summit 2018 in Primeasia University with a theme on youth innovation to achieve SDG and youth in tourism to achieve SDG. Bangladesh has successfully been able to establish Millennium Development Goals by 2015, and now we are working on Sustainable Development Goals set by the United Nations by 2030. The current government is working towards achieving those goals within the deadline. To achieve these goals, our youth generations are needed to be engaged in different sectors of development work. Youth needs to be innovative and motivated to accomplish these goals. Like many other fields, tourism has experienced continued growth and deepening diversification to become one of the fastest growing economic sectors in the world. Modern tourism is closely linked to the development and encompasses a growing number of new destinations over the decades. Tourism has become fastest growing and most important economic sectors in Bangladesh. This dynamic sector has turned tourism into a key driver for socio-economic progress of our country. There are huge possibilities for youth generations to be employed and engaged in tourism sector in Bangladesh. The Youth Summit is a platform that gathers together the brightest youth from around the country, from many institutions, empowering them to make lasting connections to create positive changes. The main aim to today's summit is to help the youth to connect with the real life changes makers. This program will provide the following: ensuring the exchange of experience between the youth, creating favorable platform integration, contributing to the professional growth and development amongst the youth,